welcome back to another episode of Willis Talk. Today we're in Ninja Girls Reborn, and a comment made by Hulky 333. I wonder how many times he did that. Hey, thanks for the comments. This one was about stats, and it's not quite understanding stats. No, don't blame him. Maybe he didn't play many games, or she hadn't been playing many games. After all, Hulk smash! There we go. Now, let's pick Boxer. Boxer is a good one. She's got a lot of good stats on her. First off, let me suggest this to anybody that's listening to this. One of the best floor mats for stats is to just look at the equipment that you are equipping the girl with. These are set by the game masters. The game masters have decided what the stats should be for this particular girl to increase the girl's stats, to do their abilities. And as you can see, most all of them is physical defense, attack, and strength on Boxers. So these skills are going to be extraordinarily high on Boxer instead of like on somebody else. They will be different on those girls instead of this girl. Now let's get into the stats. Now my knowledge on stats exists solely from like playing games like WoW, Final Fantasy, RPG games where you have knights and fighters and monks and wizards, warlocks, the undead. The list goes on and on. Dungeons and Dragons rule. Alright. Here we go. Strength, intelligence, and agility growth. Strength and intelligence and agility growths mainly are what happen during a fight. Whether it be a long one or a short one, this is how much that your stats will grow during the fight. Then they return back to normal. And they will help your regular skills. Now, in these fights, in this game, you don't choose which attacks you're doing. It's all automated, but you still can control what your stats are. And those stats will help you increase properly if you know what your original girl's stat card looked like and what her equipment is. Always rely on the equipment. Equipment will reflect the girl's original stats. So that means that's what you do the Horcruxes with. Is what you do the elements with to enhance the abilities. Now, your strength, pretty much simple. Strength equals physical attack. Intelligent equals spells. Agility equals movement as well as attacks. Max health power is how much damage you can take before you're just down on the ground saying, help me, I can't get up. Well, there is a girl that can help you get up anyway. At least one that I know of right now. Stay tuned to watch about every single girl and their stats and everything on other episodes. This is just a brief overlook for stats, though. Attack, how much attack you can hit somebody with. These are all enhanced, though, by other aspects of the game constantly. Spell power. It helps more on wizards. It does help a little bit here. They didn't separate a physical attacker's energy that they use to attack like they do in some other games, like that's based more on the traditional Dungeons and Dragons way. They just turned around and said, we'll use spell power for everything that is a special attack. Now, some girls need a lot more spell power, though. Other ones don't. Your physical defense, simple. How much damage you can take before it starts going into your health points. Spell resistance, how much of that spell cast that just hit you, that water blast or that avalanche or quicksand, whatever it may be, that you can take of damage from that attack before it starts hurting your health points. Physical crit and spell crit, those kind of go hand in hand in explanation. One is for physical, one is for spell, but crit equals what more damage you can do to your opponent when making a successful connecting attack. Now, it has to be a successful connecting attack. It actually literally has to hit your opponent, not bounce off of it, not pass through, not be kicked out of play, but a successful attack. HP regen and MP regen, magical points, health points. You always want to regenerate on health points. Magical points, regeneration, not so important with somebody that is agility based or strength based, because they really don't need it too much unless they use a lot of it. Now I say unless they use a lot of it because remember, I said in this game they do not separate your physical use from your magical use. In most games they do, and that means a total different set of stats, but here they run it all under MP regen. Physical dodge, how much you can actually dodge a physical attack. Armor ignore, say you got an opponent that's got 100 armor and you got like this, 91. Only 9% of their armor is going to stop your attack. And then it's just going to go right on through to them, and the rest of the attack is going to hit them. Spell penetration, how much of your spell is going to cast right through whatever they've put up. As long as whatever they put up doesn't say stops blank or stops so much of, it's just going to go right through it. Ignore it completely. Lifesteal, well, there's some of them that you really want a lot of lifesteal for. They are weak, but they have other abilities that helps keep them alive. Hit rate, how much you can hit your opponent. That's that simple. MP consumption, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I would suspect that the more you would have of that on a girl that definitely uses magic points, no matter what, you would want points in that. In Boxer's case, physical attack, can't say that enough. And she looks good pounding your face. Wouldn't you want to be pounded by her? Woo! Just don't make her mad. You might not live to see tomorrow. Silence immunity. Put a metal clamp on her. Wire her jaw shut. It ain't going to stop Boxer, though. But it would stop a magic user. On the majority. Unless the magic user's special skill says ignores silence. Or is immune to silence. Something like that. Disability resist. I'm not exactly sure what that would be. That might be, and I'm saying only might be, something like it would stop someone like Fanny or Tennis lowering your actual abilities to be stopped. And or at least it cuts some of their stat down off. Heavily killing reward or kill reward. I have this feeling it means when you knock out one of your clones that you get an extra reward. I don't know what that is at all. If anybody does know what that and the disability resist is, please feel free to put it down in the comments section. And if you have any other ideas for episodes, go ahead, put them down in the conversation. I will give you credit. I have given Hulky 333 credit for every single one that they have requested, and I will give you it too. Whoever requests it first will get the credit. Thank you. Then you have your book stats, and it pretty much covers everything that I already just said. The only thing I didn't cover is hit recovery, and I'm not exactly sure what that means. I guess you recover so much of your hit points after every attack done to you, maybe? I don't know. Also, another thing I would love you to put down in the comment section below. I hope you loved this episode of Willis Talk as much as I loved making it for you. Till next episode, remember, like and subscribe and stay tuned. I appreciate all your support.